Alright, so welcome to my newest project, and this one is going to be, well, this is my only project, but so far, and this one's going to be an off-road cross-kart design, and this is inspired from mainly Cars and Cameras, as well as like Vasily builds. Those guys have made them, so this is a similar design to what they're doing, and this is the shape that I've laid out on the floor with painter's tape, and I like it, and this is what I'm going to stick with, and I'm going to build metal tubing off of. Obviously, these are not the tires that I will be using. These are off my racing car, but obviously they're just here for mock-up purposes to see what it's actually going to look like. Alright, so the engine I will be using for this project is a 670cc two-stroke out of a snowmobile. It was a 1993 Ski-Doo Mach 1, and it had the 670 in it, which is one of the faster engines of the time. It makes like 125 horsepower, which is probably going to be more than enough for what I'm building, but nonetheless, more power the better. So as you can probably tell, I'm not really equipped for this kind of stuff. I mean, this is meant for cutting wood. That's why that thing started burning there. And then I got the generator on because this joint doesn't have power. So yeah, but all in all, that was not a bad cut. See it right along. That's my marks there. Followed them pretty good actually. See, scooch that one up to there. It's right on. Come over here. It's on. Both sides are good. Alright, so I got all of this cut out, and the middle piece I've got a notch this side. This side's already been notched. I don't have the tool for it, so I've just been using the grinder. But this came out actually not too bad. It's pretty wide in the rear for how much I would have liked to. I would have liked it a little narrower, but with that engine being so big and I'll have to, because it's a snowmobile engine, so I'll have to go from belt to chain driven to make the jack shafts and all that. And I just wanted enough room for that. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I haven't welded anything in, so it's all just sitting here right now. I'm gonna get that done first, so that way the cutting's out of the way for this part, and then I'm just gonna tack it all up. I think for one more time, I'm just going to measure it from corner to corner and make sure it's half good. Like 104, a little bit above 103.75. same 104. So yeah, I think it should be good. So it's getting kind of dark out, but yesterday the GoPro did die on me, so I don't know how much you saw of that, of me welding it up, but it's all welded up. There's some pretty good gaps I had to fill, but thank goodness for a grinder, or else this would look like crap right now. So I kind of just went through all of it, made it look good with the grinder, filled out any holes I saw, and yeah, it came up pretty good. Only thing is I flipped it over and it's got a bit of a spring to it on one side, so it must, the floor, I thought it was level, but I guess not. Alright, so we're starting this day off with the real crappy drawing I made. Anyways, this is going to be what the front is supposed to look like. So I'm going to make like a box in the front that's going to have a forward lean to it. So I already cut one piece kinda. It's going to be like 13-14 inches tall, and then it's going to go across, and it's going to have a, like, you know, lean forward a little to give it that aggressive look. And then I'm going to, the side rails are going to follow up, but the pieces, this piece like here, this one's going to lean out like that and lean back. As you see here, this one's leaning back, that's that point right there, it's leaning back, and then it's going to go out as well. And that's for mainly the purpose of just giving that, the roundish, you know, aggressive look with the, and then this is going to kind of like follow the seat, so the seat will be like, you know, if this thing will draw, it'll be like, you know, in here, whatever. And then wheel, steering wheel up here, gauges. But yeah, it's just gonna follow the line of seat because I don't want it to go straight up, and then, you know, it'll be like impossible to get it out of. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going off of, is this drawing on this. Just got rags over there. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna try to base everything off of. This is gonna, I'm gonna make like a little box first, and then I'm gonna weld it to this top front here. Let's get cracking. Alright, so I got this piece made and notched. I'm just gonna weld up quick. It's just the angle it's gonna sit at right here. And then I'm gonna next move is to make a post like 20 inches high about coming off of that corner, and then I'm going to connect the two and then maybe make a roll hoop. Alright, so I've just been giving it the old angle check. 90. Come over here. 90. Perfect. I was holding it up too, so that's what I've been doing to check it, check the angles and whatnot. Hopefully 34. Yep. Nope. 34. Good enough for me. Alright, so this is what the frame rails are going to look like, but I'm just trying to think about how the roll hoop's going to go, because I kind of want it with like a backwards lean, so that it comes like up like that almost and then curls over, just like follow the seat line and whatnot. But I'm trying to think of how it should be, where it should be put, because if I put it off of this, I'll probably have to put another piece like that, and then so I'll have to make another brace going that way to make the roll hoop go that way, which I think I'll end up doing. Because right now I'll be sitting right there almost, and then my back's going to be kind of following, you know, like that. So if I make it here, then I'll follow the seat, go up, and then go to the other side. So right now I think that's what I'm going to do. I should probably just put these rails in first, but the other thing I was thinking about doing was curving this piece to match that bottom line down there, because right now this is jutting out this way, and then coming off back here and making the hoop that way. But I think it's just going to be too far, because my seat's going to be here and I want to follow the seat line rather than it being back here over like the engine. So I think I'm going to go over here and bend it that, you know, that way. But first I want to get these frame rails in. clutter. This is the look I've been trying to go for. And these are the frame rails essentially, and I'll be sitting like so in here. So yeah, I think it's coming along alright. It's just been taking me a while because I've been so busy lately. I've been getting only like an hour to do everything at night, tops, and this is how far I've come in like a week, so it's been a slow process. But I'm getting there. Okay, so I made a quick little drawing here about kind of what I want to do, and I did some math with and whatnot. So essentially, the bar to the frame rail, to the top of the frame rail over there is like 20 inches, and I'm thinking that the top of the roll hoop is going to be about 19, so that's 39 inches tall. And then I calculated this length right here, which would be 20.6. And then I figure it can go 16 inches across, and then 20.6 inches back down. And I ended up with this angle and this angle being 107 degrees. So yeah, that's hopefully I can make that. And tube bender, that's it right there. It's 16-ton hydraulic. It's actually a pipe bender, so you got to go off the inside diameter. That's no big deal, but yeah, that's kind of what I want to do right here. Yeah, I just gotta try to figure out how I'm going to measure the degrees and angles on that thing, because, well, it doesn't really tell it, and I'll have to just use my phone, that angle thing or whatever on my phone, to figure it out. Oh yeah, that does work actually pretty well. I've been with a couple test pieces on it. Yeah, that's more of the direction I'm going in now. Alright, so I just finished bending the roll hoop. That was a real pain because I had to like re-bend. I just did it, like, took my time with it just because I didn't want it to be all crappy and whatnot. I only wanted to do it once, so I think this is good. This is my first time doing it. This side might be just a little bit longer, so I might cut a little bit off, like right there. But otherwise, I think the bend's pretty good. The bends are actually kind of equal. They did come out to the dimension I want it to be. I use my phone as like the angle degree indicator or whatever. That kind of worked, I think. And then I just tried to get as close as possible, took it out, remeasured, and made sure it was good. Alright, so this will be the end of this episode. This is just like the main frame I made. It came out pretty good. And now I'm just mocking up these. There's the other one over there. They're just ATV A-arms. And yeah, that'll be all for this one.